in doing this and growing the following, you leave this job, you now are like, okay, I'm going to become a full-time YouTuber. I mean, how do you do it? Like, is it just consistency, constantly putting out content, trying to make the content better with every video? Like, how, like, somehow you've sort of you figure it out. Okay, so now you make this video that goes viral about Snapchats or Snap Tracks in country music. And what do you do next? How do you grow your following? Like, what's the strategy? How do you figure this out?
First, I had to talk to my boss. I was at like a regular corporate job, and Kevin was like, "You're not doing anything. What's up with you?" And I was like, "So I have this YouTube channel, and currently, like, I'm really distracted by it because I have this video going viral, and I had to show him it." and he was so kind. He was like, "Hey, you deserve this, and you should quit. Not yet, but I mean."
And go pursue what? Being a critic or a YouTuber or
he said it immediately. He was just like, "I know we're gonna lose you. That's fine. Stick with us to the summer." And it was good. Like, basically, I kind of was like, I'm gonna try and do this more diligently. And by July, so that video popped off in December, January, and by July, I went full time on YouTube. And it was way too soon to do it, to be honest. I only made...
Because you weren't making enough money.
Well, I kind of made the decision to go full time based on how much money that video was making. But most videos don't make, as much as something that gets 4 million views.
When you include other music that's like licensed music in your videos, can you monetize those videos on YouTube, or does YouTube take the monetization?
If you're creative.
How do you get creative about it?
I never play any music for more than 8.2 seconds.
And YouTube doesn't
I never
flag
show
it
it with the music video for more than 5.1 seconds. And sometimes I will use live clips because they're not automatically claimed by Content ID. And YouTube in recent years has become a lot more. They used to just default to the labels, and if you had 2 seconds of a song, they could copyright claim you. Or the publishers usually are the people that are copyright claiming, and then they would get the vast majority of your revenue. Now they keep the language pretty vague on YouTube, but they'll say try and keep it into the single digits in terms of how many seconds do you play music,
and then you can monetize those videos.
Yeah, and sometimes you still run into trouble, but I think like the whole point that makes YouTube good for music is being able to hear what I'm talking about. Like Anthony Fantano is by far the biggest music creator.
Do you guys know Anthony Fantano? Does anybody listen to him? We got some people. Yep.
And he puts no music in his videos.
Yeah. So why put music in your videos?
I just think it's a
better
product.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So in doing this and growing the following, you leave this job. You now are like, okay, I'm going to become a full-time YouTuber. I mean, how do you do it? Like, is it just consistency, constantly putting out content, trying to make the content better with every video? Like, how, like... Somehow you've sort of you figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you know how you figure it out, or it was
no,
just consistency?
I'm not consistent. What
happened? How did we get here?
I mean, I guess I'm consistent enough, but I've never been on a schedule. I sort of like derailing every once in a while and just having. What sucks is when you become that YouTuber that's like, I need to take a break for my mental health. That happened to me. I got like really in a rut, and then I just quit posting for like 2 months, but. Overall, I guess I have been consistent. I've never had a job for 4 years before, and I've been doing this now full-time for 4 years, so there is some consistency to that. It definitely becomes a bit of a grind, but I think the biggest thing is, when I think about it, how did that first year work? I was really struggling out of the gate. This is going to be a little bit emo. I was really struggling out of the gate. My dad got leukemia.
Oh, man.
And I remember it was the day that Lover by Taylor Swift had come out. So I'm driving home to where my folks live, and I was listening to that song, Soon You'll Get Better, and talking about her mom getting cancer, and I'm like sobbing in the car. And it really, I was just so distracted, I wasn't posting a lot. And I get there, and I'm visiting my dad, and he's fine now. But like, he gave me the meanest speech. He gave me a real dad moment where he's like, "Why aren't you posting?" And I was like, "Dad, I'm here to visit you. We don't need to talk about this." He's like, "No, do you think it's honoring me to watch you not live up to your own potential?" And
that got you going.
It pissed me off so much. I was like, "I'm here visiting you. I care about you. Why? That's why I haven't been posting."
Because he was helping you. He saw your potential.
He did, and it really helped me, to be honest. Like, I'm really thankful for that advice because it did kick me in the ass. And I was like, okay, I need to, and I had like a good, solid next few months of routine, which is not my strong suit. And yeah, I think posting more. I mean, we're kind of in I think my videos are high quality, but we are kind of in a quantity world at the moment, especially when it comes to short form content. More is more. And so I think it is a lot of times as simple as you keep feeding the machine. And the YouTube algorithm's pretty loyal. The TikTok, sometimes you make something great. It just, for whatever reason, that one gets like 800 views and then the next one gets like 500,000 and it's hard to predict. YouTube's not really like that. It's a little bit more patient. So I think, yeah, I guess just consistency.
So you feel like when you put out a video on YouTube, your audience finds it. YouTube sends it out and the people who are fans of you are able to find it and listen to it. And you put out a video out like 2 weeks ago. It had like almost 100,000 views instantly, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, it helps. Anything about Morgan Wallen does better than anything else right now. Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, they're pretty reliable for clicks. But yes, I think YouTube does a good job of that. And it's funny because there was a couple years ago where all the kind of new school influencers, and I like them. I like the kind of like new class of country media people, like the Country Centrals of the world. But they're all like arrogantly saying like YouTube's dying, like that's like for old millennials. And I've heard that the whole time I've been on YouTube, and I'm like, it's yet to die, guys. It's still relevant, it's still doing well, it's still I think Shorts is gonna work personally. Or they're just gonna spend enough money to get
it going.
or to get TikTok banned.
It could happen.